Howdy folks, Sapper here, aka Sean, and we're bringing you Labyrinth, The Awakening, formerly known as Labyrinth, The War on Terror. So, it is turn 10. I made a stupid mistake last turn. I didn't block a plot in the Philippines, and I should have blocked it, and it caused me to lose, or it caused the funding track to go up, which is I had it down to tight, and then because I did that, I don't want to take things back. Like if I make a mistake, I kind of want to just let it ride. So now their funding is back to moderate. That was one of the few advantages that I was going to be able to have was to get their funding down. So because that way it limits the amount of cards they draw. But I don't want to take back the mistake that I made. So let's see what the jihadis are going to do. Starting turn 10. Ooh, we're going to try a coup, huh? Play if one resource valued country has 2 or more cells. I don't think that's the case. Yeah, that is not the case. Place a civil war and a besieged regime marker there. So that's not going to happen. So what does happen? Nope. Funding is moderate. Yep. Prestige is greater than 1. No. Cells available. Yes. Looks like we're going to recruit. Sometimes the flow chart is good, but boy, that one really... So for basically this decision, so playable non-US event, no. Major jihad possible, no. Funding tight, no. Cells in good or fair Muslim where jihad success possible, no. Poor Muslim with 1 to 4 more cells than troops and militia where jihad success possible, no. Funding moderate, yes. Prestige greater than 1, no. Cells available, yes. Recruit. So now that's a little bit of my frustration with the flow chart. Sometimes it's just, oh my goodness, there's a long roundabout way to decide what needs to be done. So we will recruit 1. Let's see. I'm not gonna. Not Islam's rule. Pakistan, no. Besieged regime. Is there any besieged regimes? I don't see any. Syria. Syria does not have. Didn't they have? I am pretty sure, I'm almost positive that Syria had cells in it, and I did not put a cadre recruit there. So what I will do is I will do the... I'm not gonna go back and watch the video. I'm pretty sure that there were guys in Syria. So I'm going to recruit here in Syria. I need to roll a 3 or less. A 1. So successful. Recruiting posters, and I want you for the Syrian jihadis has been successful. So now that recruit marker goes away. All right, next card. IEDs. U.S. casualties to improvised explosive devices mount. Play if a cell is in a regime change country with troops or civil war country with troops. U.S. randomly discards 1 card. So that would be Afghanistan. Let's randomly discard a card. What do we got? We got 8. All right, right here. Boom. Oh man, I think was I going to use that one? Playing I don't know if I was going to attempt something like that. That was a good one though, just because it was good ops. But I mean, it's not a surprise that they get a high value card from me. Luckily, there was only this one. I think I might actually do that. Remove all troops from a jihadist player designated country with troops. I think I might do that in Afghanistan. As crazy as that sounds, that's going to get a bunch of troops back onto my troop track, and then I'll be able to move them elsewhere. Like, nope, you can't see it. Like Somalia. Hmm. I was thinking about doing that, but if I do the Al-Maliki, then I just remove all that stuff. So I think I might do. Yeah, we'll see. Let's hold on to that. You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna do the Al-Maliki in Afghanistan. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think this actually happened in Iraq. Remove all troops. So that's an easy way to redeploy, right? Set alignment to neutral and place an aid marker. Can I remove any regime change marker? Everything else stays in place. Oh, that means NATO goes bye-bye too. I think you can only have one aid marker. Let me look. Well, I put another aid marker in Afghanistan because I see this right here. +1 for each aid marker. That implies that you can put more than one aid marker in a country. So, and honestly, I forgot too. I get 3 ops out of this too because I don't play a jihadi event. I play the ops, and then the event automatically happens. So I have 3 ops to do something. All right, with those 3 ops, I think I'm going to try to implement a regime change down in here in the Horn of Africa, in Somalia. So, U.S. must be hard. Yep. Use 3 ops. Yep. Deploy 6+ troops. So I'm going to deploy 3 of these troops, or the 6 that I just pulled out of Afghanistan. So my troops are getting tired, right? Like, all right. So they go to Somalia. All cells go to active. There's no cells in Somalia. Shift to ally. Roll governance. Place green regime change marker. So we got to roll the governance. All right, so 1 to 4, it's poor. 5 or 6, it is fair. Let's see, can you see that? Yep, 1. So it's a poor government, poor governance. The government is not poor necessarily, but oh, I already had 1 there. All right, well, it looks like we got some of these warlords booted out of Somalia. And oh, this is bad. Now I have to roll for prestige. Honestly, my prestige is already at 1. So let's roll to see what my prestige is. It's a 1, so it's not like it's going to get any worse. Okay, so the prestige would drop. It's already at 1, so it's not going to drop anymore. Like, the world doesn't like what I'm doing anyway, so we might as well just go ahead and do it. So that was card number 1. All right, I think what I'm going to do now for my second play is I'm going to play this smartphones card. Play if a country was subject to an event or op. I'm going to do this in Somalia. So basically, we flew in there, we kicked out the warlords and the regimes, and now we're giving them all cell phones. So I'm going to place an awakening token in one of those countries. So we're going to do that in Somalia. We're giving them cell phones, man. It's like like they're doing over here, right? The Obama phone or whatever. So allows play of Facebook. Facebook has already been played, unfortunately. But I want that +1 marker there in Somalia. All right. So this will make my war of ideas trying to flip the government over to something that is a little more reasonable in Western eyes. So that awakening marker should help. I think that wasn't bad. Maybe that El Maliki card wasn't so bad after all. But we shall see. All right, let's see what they do in response, because I know they're mad. The jihadis are mad. Let's see what do our worst here. Ooh, pirates. We've already got pirates in play. Okay, so that's already happened. We've already got the pirates have never been out of play, but that was part of. Actually, you know what? So the pirates would have been removed. I forgot to do that. Pirates were removed because they are no longer Islamist rule. But now you play if Somalia or Yemen is poor and adversary. And that's fair and adversary. Or Islamist rule is poor and adversary. So the pirates are gone. So I'm glad it was kind of good timing that this card was actually played, because so these guys are gone now. So this card cannot be played. Major jihad, nope. Funding tight, nope. Sell in good or fair. Were Muslim jihad success possible? I don't think so. No. I think it's going to be a plot. Poor Muslim with 1 to 4 more cells. Poor Muslim with 1 to 4 more cells than troops plus militia, where jihad success possible. Yes, so we can do this in Afghanistan. Among candidates, find travel to priority movable cell adjacent. So if we get, so basically we're trying to get cells in here. Basically what the flow chart is saying, get, because you need 5, I believe, to do a major jihad. Yes. Yep, 5 more cells than troops. So we are going to travel cells to Afghanistan is what we're going to do. So basically what's going to, this is what I envision happening, right? So Islamist rule, besieged regime. Maliki kicks us out, so guess what? We go over here and we kick the Islamist rule out. And now that we have created the vacuum, the Islamic rule is going to go from Somalia back to Afghanistan. So basically it's going to be a net zero pretty much. The only exception being the Islamist rule can infect. There's more things to infect because there's more stuff adjacent to Afghanistan than there was to Somalia. So that's what's going to happen. So we're going to travel. All right, so it looks like, I thought we were going to travel, but it looks like we're going to recruit instead. We can recruit 1. We will try right here. So we got to roll a 3 or better, or lower. Better, lower. All right, so that cell goes. Looks like there's going to be a major jihad here pretty soon. I cannot recruit another cell, so what happens is that radicalization is what happens next. It would be travel, but I don't think. Travel from adjacent. Yeah, right here. There we go. There we go. So that is, I think that's that's the first card was pirates. Second card, no, this can't be good. Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt's first elected party. Place 1 reaction marker in Egypt and up to 2 more reaction markers in any countries, including Egypt. 1. So we have a total of 3 reaction, minus 3 reactions. So we definitely will do the Muslim Brotherhood here in Egypt. Let's see, where else are we going to need that? Somalia would probably be a good one because they're a little upset, right? They got kicked out of Somalia. And then, do we want, we can, up to 2 more. Is there any other place? I think Afghanistan is probably a good candidate. There we go. And that is it. Oh, remove that card. Doesn't matter. Card will not reappear unless there's a card that says look in the discard pile. Well, I would love to be able to do 2 troops into Afghanistan, but there's no civil war going on right there. So okay, we got to have some civil war going on. Place 2 troops with 2 militia. Return to troops track. That might not be bad for Somalia. I don't know if I want to do that, though. All right, folks, what I think I am going to do is I'm going to play oil price spike so I can draw another card. Add +1 to the resource value, cancels fracking. There's nobody that has any control. Nobody has control of any resources. Somalia was one, but now that they're no longer a regime, then that doesn't work. But I think I'm going to pull Facebook. All right, so basically social media is having an effect on the awakening. So I get to place up to one awakening marker in up to 3 countries that already have one or in an adjacent country. So let me see, who do I want to do that with? Well, Afghanistan is adjacent to Iran, so I think I want to put one there. I think I will put one in Iran. So that is now a +2. And I think I will increase Somalia's from a 1 to a 2. Hopefully that pays off. We'll see what happens. So that was my 2 card plays. Oh, do I have to mark anything with Facebook? Nope. No markers. All right, so this is what the jihadis draw. If troops in overstretch. No, so that is is there a major non-playable U.S. event? No, it's not playable because the troops are not in overstretch. Major jihad possible? Yes. So I called it, didn't I? Did I not call it? So we're going to do a major jihad in Afghanistan. All right, what happens? Non-Islamist rule Muslim country with 5 more cells than troops. Got it. All cells in target country go active. All right. Proceed per minor jihad, except 2 successes or 1 success if besieged regime. All right. I got to double check about the awakening reaction markers. I think those have an effect. Yep. So those affect it, but they're gonna cancel out. Maybe I should have put. Well, that was smart by me doing that actually, because otherwise they would have had a -1. Now it's just a net 0. I don't think the aid is going to affect that. All right, so that is what card did I play? Oh, it was Kindler Gentler. So I only get 1 roll because that's actually I cannot do that. A major jihad is not possible for the simple reason that I don't have enough ops points. You need all right, so I can't do a major jihad because the ops card needs to be a 2 or a 3. So I can do, let's see. I can do a minor jihad, so I can basically, actually, can I even do that? Golly, this is so confusing sometimes. Worsen governance level towards poor. That's already poor. So I don't even think I can do that. So let's flip these back over. There was 4 of them. Well, they have enough cells there. It's just the ops card wasn't good enough. No. Minor jihad. All right, it looks like we'll travel because there's 1 excess cell here. So the minimum is 5. So I think that we're going to travel. Travel priority is going. We're going to travel to because I'm going to take 1 out of here. Not Islam. It's going to be adjacent, I believe. Yeah, we're just going to go adjacent because that way you don't even have to roll. It's the safest move. There we go. It took a long time to figure that one out. Sometimes you just got to make a common sense choice rather than always consult the flowchart. I need to learn to do that a little bit better. That will come with experience, obviously, of which I don't have enough experience in this game. And I don't know if I'll ever get that because I don't know if I'll play this game enough to do that. Now, I would play this opposed, but I just unfortunately don't have anybody that plays these kind of games that lives anywhere near me. Blocks Pearl Roundabout. Remove 1 awakening marker in any country. I think we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do that. Blocks Pearl Roundabout. So we'll have to mark that. Remove 1 awakening marker in any country. Let's remove that in Somalia because there's an advantage in the awakening markers in Somalia. So now we have to mark. All right, Bloody Thursday has been marked. This has probably been the easiest jihad turn, the one that's been kindest to me, I think. Let's see. What do we want to do? I really, I was going to flip that, but that doesn't flip, I think, and that flips at the end of the turn. Yep, that flips at the end of the turn. We need to see what we can do. My prestige is freaking terrible. I need to get my prestige up. It's so difficult to do that, though. All right, for my first card play, I think I'm going to do New Dawn. I'm going to replace 2 troops with 2 militia and return them to the track. So I'm going to do that in Somalia. So we got some NATO blue guys down here. I don't know if they're NATO. They're considered militia. So that's that. And then I've got that just as a backup. Really don't have a lot of choices, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Cyber Warfare. The opponent has no reserves. I think I just might remove a cadre. I think I'm going to remove the cadre from Iraq, because Iraq, with this Anbar, it's going to be extremely hard to get cells out of there. So I think I'm going to remove that cadre and call it good. Let's see what they do. Man, they've had low value cards. May block the play of 1 future U.S. can play by either player this turn. Let's see what the I'm not sure how to handle that card. All right, 166. Cancel next U.S. associated card played by the U.S. So that one that'll stay in effect. So we'll put that over in the lapsing area, and then their second card play. Ooh, this is going to be bad. Place training camps in a tested, non-good Muslim country. Well, there's plenty of those. While on the map, 3, 5 if in a caliphate country. Nope. Additional cells are available to recruit while in the 9 box of the ample funding. Oh, this is a lot. Hold on. Let me read this. This is a mouthful here. All right. So, by the looks of it, so in a tested, non-good Muslim country, so that's good. While on the map, 3 additional cells are available to recruit. So they give you 5 additional cells in the Awakening. So I put 3 of them in the. 3 of them went into the 9 box. So luckily, funding is not to there. But if it gets to there, then they'll be able to recruit a ton of dudes. And then 2 of those 5 go to the country. So Syria is the country that they went to. So we have to mark that with the training camps, because traveling, what does it say? Cell traveling from there receive a -1 modifier. So it's easier to travel, basically. So I need to mark that, and then that will be the end of the jihad turn. All right, so I had to look up this. So this Ferguson card is, Ferguson, Missouri. How about that? Domestic concern distract. So Ferguson, Missouri. Now that was the riots there. So this blocks the play of 1 future U.S. associated card. So I have these 2 cards in my hand. Now, if I was opposed and the U.S. player played this card first, I'd probably ignore that because, okay, it's a 1. He's just trying to bluff me, right? Because I have this in my hand. But the chart says play the next U.S. card played. So I'm going to play this card. It gets canceled. And now I have this. No countries in civil war, so I can't play that. So I have 3 ops to do something with. What do I want to do? I think it's going to be -1, -2. Yeah, God, it's so... This is just so agitating to try to get this done because my prestige is always low. Always. And I can't disrupt here because I don't have troops there. So I need to figure out how to get troops there. I mean, I could deploy, but I have to move 6 guys. I don't really want to move 6 guys. That would put me in overstretch. Basically, I'm fighting a 2-front war. That's the conundrum, right? Like, I can do it. I can get dudes there, but then I'm in overstretch and I get less cards. And I just moved out of Afghanistan. So I'm going to try the War of Ideas in Somalia. Because the governance is at a 3, I have to use a 3, so I will do that. There's no penalty for shifting to good. The GWAT penalty doesn't exist. The prestige penalty is a -1. So it looks like a -1. So let's give that a shot. I haven't been successful yet, so I don't have any reason to believe that I'm going to be successful now. So let's see. That's a 4. Normally I would get an aid marker to put in there, but because I'm at a -1, that drops it down to a 3. So, yep, unsuccessful yet again. The War of Ideas is extremely difficult. Trying to change somebody's way of thinking or an entire culture's way of thinking is next to impossible. So that is it, folks. That is turn number 10. And we seem to still be at a stalemate. So anyway, thanks for watching, and continue to watch my frustration.